Okay, Patrick, I got a good down the line, clear, no glare video here of what we were working on. Now it is handheld, so you got to allow for a little bit of movement of the camera, but I'm going to show you exactly the problem, and I'll show as graphically as I can. Okay, so watch. I really don't think it's in bad shape right now. It's perhaps a little too far behind you, but we'll deal with that later. But the moment I want to show, the frame I want to show you in the video is this. Now I'm going to put a little trace on your club here. Okay, so this part of the software allows me to trace the movement of the club. Okay, so what's obvious about this? If I made, and let's say if I extended this line out a little bit more, what's obvious about that? The club is swinging where? Away from you. The club is swinging away from your body, out this way. After impact, it should start to swing back in this way, all right? So let's watch one here. There's a little bit of what we were doing with your golf swing too. Now, the good news is you used to be very steep in the transition. Remember, we were trying to get you back down on plane? You've done real well with that. That's why at times you're really hitting it well. So the plane of the swing is good. I'm really focusing in on the direction of the swing here. So let me go with a couple here. Here's a little pitch. Now I want you to watch the difference in after the club hits the ball, it works in to the left. So you got a little rotation, hands are almost touching the body, and the club's rotating to the left of the target. There's the ball going straight at the target, but because she's rotating this way, the hands are coming in and the club head is moving left. That's classic of every great player in golf. It does, contrary to what we were told when I was young, for example, we were told to swing in to out and roll the hands over, really in the reverse seat era. I must have been 40 years old or more before I heard go left, because that's what all good impacts do. I'll show you a larger version of it, and you get a look at this. Okay, here's another one. I don't even know who this is, but I'm just picking it randomly because you'll see what I mean. Okay, here comes the club, and a little bit more upright, a little longer pitch perhaps. But I want you to observe closely the movement of the club as she starts to turn. Now watch. Now the club moves to the, which direction? Okay. Here's the target line. There's the impact, and there goes the club to the left. The club cannot continue to move out this way. Yeah, you with me? So that's how we can, you can really feel a difference in when you do these little shots like this. If the club's working into you with a slight turn, and then a longer version of that, maybe this. Yeah, no doubt he's dropping it down on plane and he's coming from the inside. But remember, a golf swing is an arc, right? It's an arc. It's not a straight line. And the correct arc is from the inside back to the inside. So he's coming down inside. Now, immediately after impact, watch the movement of the club. Left, straight left, because the body's rotating. The ball's way over here, and the club's coming out over there. So that's what I was trying to show you when I was showing you about why the shank occurs for you at times. Because if you're inside, which you are, I explained to you before, there's two ways that you hit it off the hosel. One is to come over the top, and the other is to come from the inside like I like. This is a good amount of inside. I'm not saying you're excessively inside, but it can't keep going outside because then it's traveling away from you and you're exposing the heel. So I need you to think about the body rotating and the club coming in almost touching your crotch. At this point, you should be brushing your shorts here and not swinging out that way. There's a very big difference in the direction of that club's traveling and the ones I was showing you. So I hope you picked that up in the lesson, and you did, I think, because we had a lot of hits off the middle of the club. People get in trouble with this little shot at times, Patrick, because they think there's no body involved. There's a lot of body involved. The other thing I want you to do is I want you to, we still might have Shane bend this, flatten it by a degree, but I want you to feel like the shaft is held much higher for now, until we get off the hosel especially. So instead of having, the lower your hands are, I also brought your posture up generally speaking anyway, but the lower your hands are, the more the club is what? Outside your hands. So if the club were standing like this, everything would be inside your hands. It'd be going like this. So I need to get the club to swing less outside, and the lower your hands are, the more outside it is. So I want you to feel like the club's, I'm going to exaggerate it, like a putter. Instead of feeling it down here pointed at the navel, just feel like it's pointed up a little higher. Just come up, hold the shaft up, take it back a little bit less inside, a little bit straighter back, but as soon as you hit the ball, I want the club to start moving to the left and not staying outside your hands this far. I want to see it disappearing over in this direction. All right? So let me know how you're doing with that. If you keep shanking, give me a yell. All right? I can fit you in for half hour before I start or half hour afterwards or whatever, even a few 15 minutes to get you off the hosel. But whenever I see this trend, toward the neck of the club, I'm concerned, because that's one shot that none of us can play, and you don't know when it's coming up. When you do one, it feels like you're going to be there all day. I told you I lost a state open championship with leading it after the first 54 holes. So we're going to get you to work everything in tight here. And I want to bring up that one model again so you get a good look at what I'm talking about here. Yeah. The hand's relationship to the body. There's the strike. Look at the hands into the body. Look at the club moving to the left of the target. And that's what'll get us off the hosel. Club up straight, stand up straight, swing it in and left as you turn your body coming through. You should start hitting some off the toe. Let me know.